Hey y'all, this is Dana of Tabitha's Treasures, and I believe this is Vlogmas Day 19. I think I missed 2 days, but as you know, I was over at Sylvia's and I was there for almost 5 days. I went over Sunday after church and didn't get home until Thursday late afternoon. And when I came home, I just was exhausted, totally exhausted. And I think a lot of it was mental exhaustion too. For those of you who don't know, Sylvia's daughter, her only daughter, was killed by a hit and run driver in 2011, I believe. Yeah. And the 18th was her birthday. She would have been 25. And the more I get to know Sylvia and just be around her, the more empathetic I get toward her and her heartache, I think. I see her cry and I cry right along with her. So it was a very emotional couple of days there for a while. And I was just trying to keep her spirits up and keep her, occupied on other things and just be a friend. So anyway, Sylvia's had a lot of tragedy in her life, so she's just an amazing person all around, and she's such a great hostess, and she just takes really good care of me while I'm there. She gives me her bed, and she's even slept on the floor, which I totally detest, but she won't hear, she won't hear nothing of it, so I can't really argue with her. But this last week she slept on the couch, so I'm pretty sure she's really happy to have her bed back, and I'm really happy to give her her bed back because I was quite missing my own bed. But I did just manage to finish the third circular vest. I still got a couple of ends to weave in, and this is for the smallest girl, and I think she is 5, so I think that will fit her pretty well for maybe a couple of years at least. But I did manipulate the color changes quite a bit. I didn't want it to abruptly change in the middle of a row, and so I did manipulate a lot of the color changes. And I did hers mostly in the pink and the grays, where the other ones have more of the whites. And because she's so little, I know that little kids tend to get dirtier faster, so I didn't want a whole lot of the light color, so I just put a little bit of the whiter color here along the edge, and I think that's all she needs. So while I was over at Sylvia's, she has gifted me a ton of, I came home looking like I was like literally moving in. I don't even know where to start. First off, she messaged me a couple of days ago and said, hey, can you use some of these little containers? And I said, sure, I could always use them for stitch markers or, beads. And so she brought me a whole bunch of them. I have stitch markers in this one. I have some little flower rose appliques in this one. And just some notions and tape measure and stuff in this one. And I think I have about 4 or 5 others in the bag over here. But they're really neat for little things like this. They make great little containers for your smaller objects. So she brought me a whole bunch of those. She lived in Alaska for quite a long time, and she's got just little things from all over the world. She's from Germany, so she's got quite a lot of German things throughout her house, and her son calls it a German museum because she's got little, trinkets from everywhere, mostly from Germany. And to say that they've lasted and held up pretty well while, her travels and everything. they've done pretty well along the way, so she must pack really well. But this she gave me from, it's a little thing from Alaska. It's a little pin cushion. It has little Eskimos, and I was really honored that she would give me something like this, because I know how much her little things like this mean a whole lot to her. You know, it's kind of a part of her history, and she just you know, she hangs on to little things like this, and so it was really an honor for her to give this to me. So I need to put it somewhere in a place of honor and keep it special. And you know, I mean, she's really become a very dear friend to me, and I just love her to pieces. She also gave me a whole bag full of yarn. So I guess I will show y'all what she gave me as I put it away in this tote. These are all Red Heart Super Savers, and the color is Time. And there's some that's a variegated, and we were going through it, and I said, oh, that would look really good. This variegated would look really good with the Time. So we kind of put together little packages like this of things that would make a good project that would go together with the solid colors. So we put that one with the Time. See, it goes together really well. So you can make a small throw or a shrug or a cardigan or anything with those, because there's 3 of the variegated and 2 of the solid colors. Let me see if I can get it back in there now. But in there. So we did a bunch of that. We put a lot of things together like that. So because she knows that I've been branching out and working on bigger projects that require more yarn rather than just hats. She also gifted me this. It's Lion brand, and there's one in here that's Red Heart. I don't know what that is. I don't know what colorway that is, but the Lion brand, there are 3, 4, 5, 6 skeins of this Lion brand. It is called Taupe Mist. It's pretty true to color right there. There's 6 of those, and I thought that this beigey tan color would look pretty good with that. So we put those together, and I couldn't believe it when she gave me all of this, because I mean she's had quite a few donations over the last few months. Her sister-in-law has sent her yarn, and one of her friends' daughter-in-laws has given her yarn, and she gave me a bunch of these little, you know, small balls. There's a few of them in here, just odds and ends, because she knows that I make lots of hats also. So, this is a classic silk from Classic Elite Yarns. It's 50% cotton, 30% silk, and 20% nylon. And it's like a real dark purple. And it doesn't have a name on here. It's made in Italy. You hand wash it in cold and dry flat. And she likes to give me these to keep for myself, because she knows that I will take good care of them. Like, I won't, you know, try to machine wash it. If it stands to hand wash it, you hand wash it, you know. So she knows that I'll take care of them. And then a bunch of different purple skeins, some that were already caked up when she got them. This one is from Knit Picks. It's Bravo worsted. The color is mulberry. It's 100% premium acrylic. 218 yards, 100 grams. I've never had knit picks before, so this one is new to me, and so that'll be fun to try. And like I said, there were some that were already caked up. I guess her sister-in-law also, she's a knitter, so she cakes her yarns, and if she doesn't use them, then she sends them to Sylvia. And of course, a lot of them Sylvia won't use because they're like fingering weight or lightweight yarns. She doesn't particularly like those, so she sends them over to me because I like to make shawls, and you know, they call for lighter weight yarns. And this is Wonderland Yarns Pigments of Imagination Cheshire Cat Sock Fingering Weight. There are 5 skeins that equal 640 yards, 100% superwash merino. And this one is called Down the Rabbit Hole. Tum Tum Tree number 19. And it's got a different bunch of greens in it. And I thought that was pretty neat. Like the whole bag is just different shades of green that you can use, and I thought that was pretty neat. I don't know where she got it from. Obviously it came from her sister-in-law, who is also a knitter. So some more. Now this is a strange yarn that we were looking at, and it's got like a velvet feel to it. It's a really dark purplish color. It almost looks black, but it's really dark purple, and it's kind of like velvet or suede, I think. You know, it's very, very soft. I actually had some kind of like this, but it was a thinner weight, and this one seems to be a thicker. I would say it's more on the chunky side. It's not a worsted weight, so I thought that was pretty neat. I don't know what it's called. Doesn't have a ball band on it at all, so I don't know what that is. What is this? Oh, a piece of paper. We had a very good time and just spent a lot of quality time together. Just going through her yarns and looking at different things and going through patterns, and it's really nice to have somebody close to you that really enjoys the same things you do. She gave me these. She thought they would make something nice for like Christmas. It's a green and red. And then she sent this one to my husband because he's making blankets that are NFL themed with their colors. And this one obviously is Green Bay Packers, which my brother-in-law, DJ, if he sees this, he would love it because he's a Packer fan all the way. So, yeah, that she sent to my husband to put in one of his lap gowns. And then some more odds that she had laying around, some more greens. This one is a thicker, chunkier weight, and this one is just a worsted weight green. So, and I don't know, but I don't think all of this is going to fit in my tote, because my tote already had a bunch in it already. And again, just some more little bits and odds that I can put over here with the rest of my scraps. And I don't know what's in this one. Ah, she sent a bunch. This is some Vanna's Choice, 4 worsted weight in the colorway silver gray. She sent me 2, 3, 4 of these, and I believe she got these at Joann's recently because they were having that big clearance sale. And it says they were $1.97 marked down. So when she sees clearance yarns, she obviously, like everybody, wants to grab all of them. So she grabbed a bunch of them and didn't didn't have any plans for them, so she sent them to me. And then this one is red heart shimmer, and I think this is some that she had also gotten from her sister-in-law. It is a 4 worsted weight. I don't find the yardage. Oh, 280 yards, 100 grams. She sent me three of these, because if you haven't checked it out yet, Ella of No Catchy Name is hosting a ornament yarn swap where you just make ornaments, and she partners you up with somebody else, and you send one another ornaments that you've had handmade. And I thought this would be good to put toward that, toward making a handmade ornament. So there's that. And then her sister-in-law also gave her some of this Vanish Compliment. I've never heard of this one before, so this one must be pretty old. It's in the colorway Terracotta. She had already given me a skein of this that I used in the fall graph-along. I put it on the pumpkin. Yeah, I used it on the pumpkin, I believe. Terry of Yarn Joy podcast is the one that did the fall graph-along. And so I used this in the pumpkin. It is Terracotta, Vanda's Compliment, Lion brand. It is 3.5 ounces, 185 yards, a 4 medium worsted weight. And I got 3 of those. Plus I have a partial skein left from what was left over from the pumpkin. So there's that. And I was supposed to have a doctor's appointment today, but I am just really not feeling up to it. I just would really rather stay at home and relax and rest today. I got home and just all I wanted to do was just lay down and go to sleep. And the weather here has definitely turned, so it's feeling much more like autumn than summertime anymore. It's been in the 70s, low 80s. So for here, that's pretty cool. Some more of those little boxes, those little containers. So I had the 3 there, and I have 3 more in here. 3 more of those little containers. So those are really neat. I really like those. And then they've got these little doohickey things here that hold a little box top on. So when you're ready to close it up, just pop those little things on there and it doesn't come open. So those are really neat. I have a lot of little doodads that I've been making a lot of stitch markers too, and I have a lot of beads now, so those will come in handy. I like that. And I believe that is it. Yes, that's all. That's all that's in the bag. She also had gifted me a whole bunch of ribbon. And at the moment, I don't know where I put that. But she gifted me about 8 or 9 rolls of ribbon. Different types. Some that's real pretty velvet with the silvery sparkles on it. Very, very pretty. So I'll probably try to incorporate that into my little ornaments that I make for the swap. And hopefully I can get to the library pretty soon and print out some patterns for that, because I have a few patterns that I've saved back. Ooh, y'all, my hair's a mess. So I have a few patterns that I can't even talk today. Blah, 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 as Ruthie does. I have a few patterns that I've saved that I would like to print to see if I can make something for the yarn ornament swap. And if y'all haven't checked that out, it's from Ella of No Catchy Name. She has a video about it, and she's also posted the questionnaire in her Facebook group. Just look up No Catchy Name and join her Facebook group if you'd like to get in on that. I'm pretty sure there's a deadline for it. I believe it's November 7th, but I could be wrong. Just go over and check that out. Anyway, I guess that's all I have for you today, and like I said, this is Vlogtober 19. I think I missed 2 days. Just been really emotionally and physically drained. Yeah. So, give Sylvia some love, you guys, and I wish you all a happy weekend, and I will see you again tomorrow, God willing. Bye.